Whoa, wrong song. There we go. Yes! Welcome everybody to Fantasy Football Fiesta, the best fantasy football show on earth with the word Fiesta in the title. I'm your host, Tarnell Mims. You can reach me at A Bowl of Tarnell on the Twitter. I have two co-hosts with me, as I always do. Co-host number one, introduce yourself to the people.
What up, everybody? I guess that's me. My name's Aaron Dion, resident Bronco fan, co-host of the greatest fantasy football show on earth with Fiesta in the title, and I'm in a good mood today because it's been a good week.
Nice. Did you give out your Twitter, sir?
Oh, you can hit me up at A Bowl of Aaron.
There we go.
Hit me on the Twitter. Follow me, and I will tweet.
That's right. Co-host number two.
Yo, everybody. What's up? It's Jason. You can reach me at the fucking SD Charger Fan 96. That's FN 96. I hate football. I hate the Chargers. I hate life. Let's get this going.
Yes.
So we're covering the whole gamut of emotions today.
That's good.
It's going to be interesting. And we haven't even got to pick'ems yet. I can't wait to get to pick'ems. It's gonna be fun.
So fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So
really looking forward to it.
As everyone that doesn't know, what we like to do here is we like to drink as we talk fantasy football. Gives us a little bit of a different take on things. We introduce every show with a celebratory shot. Occasionally we take penalty drinks and stuff like that throughout the show. So let's go ahead and start that. You can be with Team Aaron, Team Tarnell, or Team Jason. Also,
you're drinking with us, motherfuckers. Let's do this.
That's right. And don't forget to go to our Facebook page and our website in general, fantasyfootballfiesta.com. Yes. All right, hold on. Let me get this shown correctly.
Quickly.
There we go.
That looks chocolate.
Everybody tap the camera.
Boop. Hasta Fiesta!
Woo! Ah, it's so good. Love it. So hard.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah, save that clip.
Week 1 in the books. Looking
so
forward to
good. Oh my God, what a good week of football.
It's just
amazing.
one fucking week.
So for week 1 for football, strictly football purposes, it was good. It was interesting.
It was awesome. We had like 5 games within 1 point.
That's what I was saying. I saw no blowouts. Well, okay, on Sunday, up until the end of Sunday, there was no blowouts except for possibly Cleveland got blown out by Philly.
Yeah,
the other 2 games were
barely even counts.
But the other 2 games that were kind of far in as far as point spread was Minnesota, Tennessee, and Houston and Chicago. Everything else was relatively close.
Yeah.
That was until Monday Night Football happened, and both games were fucking blowouts.
Oh, God. They threw up some turds on Monday, but yeah.
Yeah, I know those probably sounded promising at the beginning when they wrote the schedule out, but I mean, I figured Frisco and LA would be closer matched. Clearly not. Clearly there's offensive issues on the Rams part.
The Rams.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
there's a lot of issues over there, and as a owner of the Rams defense, I'm more than a little worried. So I find myself scrambling, looking at waiver wire pickups because they may have the best front 7 in football, but holy shit, their secondary has taken a huge hit with the loss of all those guys.
Which is interesting because normally when you have a front, like a solid front 7, your DBs get a little bit extra time to cover people, and that actually helps them out. It's weird that they have such a suspect secondary, at least as it presents itself in this first game. that counts.
Right.
With a front seven that should be able to at least apply enough pressure that secondary has enough help that they could actually be effective. But we'll see how that works out for them.
Well, the Rams lost their defensive lineman of the year. He got ejected from the game, so that didn't help anything at all.
Yeah, they were already neck deep in bullshit by then. By the time that happened, it was already done. Janoris Jenkins, they lost Laurinaitis. They just lost a lot in the linebacker and secondary, and holy shit, it showed. They had fucking Gabbert was willing to go heads up with linebackers.
And that's crazy. When he finds his balls, that's a bit.
Yeah. He's like, I can take these motherfuckers on. Tall, skinny motherfucker. And he's going head first 5-6 times. I mean, I could see once risking it, but holy shit, he was just like, hit me.
Yeah, and like I just said, that's you fucked up when he's got that kind of confidence. He's not. Yeah,
it was bad. They were bad on offense. They were bad on defense. I mean, they picked it up a little bit in the second half, but by then it was already too late. So that was bad. It was trash on fire. That was at St. Louis. That's the Los Angeles Rams. Welcome to LA, motherfuckers. Your team sucks ass.
They should change it into the LA Riots, because that's what's about to happen there.
The LA Gridlock, because they ain't going nowhere.
Ha! Still love that name. LA Traffic Jam. Yeah, so among the other teams, the rest of the games throughout the weekend were close. My actual thought was, will there be actual parity in the league this year? Because I've never seen this many games that close. Again, it's week 1. We're going to have to take about 3 more weeks to actually see legit patterns and who's where. But for week 1, there was a lot of games that could have went either way. Packers needed to do a defensive stand at the end to win 27-23. Broncos held on barely.
Yeah, I mean, there was at least
Jets held on barely. Patriots held on barely. People, for some reason, are all on Garoppolo's nuts, and I don't know why. I feel like that is very much more a system that works. It's Bill Belichick's is the genius behind those wins more so than it is Brady's skill.
Yeah, which makes you wonder, man. I still want to go back. I still need to see that alternate reality where Tom Brady ends up in Cleveland.
Oh, Jesus. That would that would be interesting. Ryan Leaf as a Patriot.
Yeah, I think if Tom Brady gets drafted by the Browns in 2000, I think it was, whenever it was.
Right.
I think he's selling insurance in Hoboken right now.
Yeah, possibly. Who else was close there? Who else won by hair? Yeah, the Bengals barely won. Held on to win. Gosh, I don't. Who else was there? There was some other couple games that were close.
They were all close, man. I don't remember off the top of my head, but shit, several of them. The Giants, Cowboys, the Patriots, Cardinals,
Miami, Seattle. Yeah,
the Raiders game came down to Del Rio's huge fucking nuts. I mean, the Packers game was close. If you, depending on your definition of close, if you go within, one score, the Bucks Falcons were within a score, the Pats Jaguars were within a score. The Lions Colts within a score.
Colts was fucking banana. That ending was bananas.
Yeah, that shit was stupid. The Bengals Jets, the Ravens Bills. I mean, almost everything was within one score.
Yeah, Detroit won, but then they just got dumb at the end. Indy got dumb at the end, and I don't know. Okay, Andrew Luck will be better for fantasy leagues this year, barring injury. He will be better this year than he was last year. I don't know if he returns to the form that he was before. It feels like he's got a whole lot of not much to work with.
But I think I mentioned it last week. I think he's the new Dan Marino for the next few years at least.
Yeah, and as long as that defense sucks, he's going to have to be airing it out for them to win. To give them a chance, he's going to have to score.
He'll put up the stats.
Yeah,
just like Dan Marino did.
Yeah, he's going to get lots of numbers. So fantasy-wise, I think he's going to be good for a while.
Top 5, baby.
Yeah. So what happens to James Jones' value now that Keenan Allen just broke his stick?
Well, it's hard to say since James Jones was released by the Chargers.
He was? I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, he got cut a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But Tyrell Williams' value skyrockets, and he'll be the new number 1. So if anyone waiver wire,
who else is there on the Chargers? I haven't even paid attention to that team.
We did like 20 minutes on them last week. We need to pay attention to that team.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect Keenan Allen to break his stick, so.
Man, nobody did. I'm not even a Charger fan, and that was just heartbreaking to watch. Man,
it really was. I was like, dude, this dude can't catch a break. The team can't catch a break.
Took the air out of our show.
He catches breaks left and right. That's the problem.
Unfortunately.
So here's the other thing with that. Outside of fantasy, I don't know how many people in this town are going to vote for a stadium if you blow 21-point leagues. Like, I feel like the Chargers need to go 6-2, 7-1 from this point till voting day, with a November 8th or whatever the hell it is, to actually get people to vote for that stadium, because you can't be fucking up and expect people to go for a stadium. The one reason why the Padres got the stadium was because they went to the World Series. And everyone's like,
they timed that shit perfect. No, I tend to agree. I don't think we should go too deep into that whole stadium initiative.
No,
but
yeah. I mean, just on that end, they need to start winning football games, and it sucks because this week a nice fancy juggernaut is coming to town. They're playing against Jacksonville, so you've got Bortles, Hearns, and Robinson, and then, I mean,
first of all, easy with the juggernaut claim.
Well, if you're gonna have
a little drastic.
How many people are fantasy relevant on that team overall?
4.
So that's a lot for one team.
Yeah.
They used to be
juggernaut.
Well, they're clearly put up points there, and their defense is tighter. So
yeah, they're doing well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not really down on the Jaguars. I think they're doing well, but I think assigning them juggernaut status, I think we're a little premature on that.
Well, not from a strict football, but from a fantasy standpoint, you got a lot of guys you can choose from on that team.
That's true. I can't argue that too much. But how did Alan Hearns do this week? I don't remember.
Hearns did not do as well because. No, actually, I think Hearns did all right. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, we got to check it out. I know Julius Thomas kind of showed back up in the fantasy relevance world, but I don't think Alan Hearns did much of anything. He had himself a decent day. 4 receptions, 75 yards. That ain't the worst.
Yeah, see? Exactly.
Spreading the ball around, especially PPR leagues. That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I take it back. Juggernaut. Here comes the Juggernaut. Watch out, Toad.
It'll be another high-scoring game. We'll see.
I hope so, man. I'm at the point I want them to just, give the offensive game to Phillip Rivers. Like, all right. Fuck. The dude's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he has been for a long fucking time. Let him go out there and sling the ball around. Go out there and just play balls out football. I mean, what do you got to lose?
Yeah,
that's true. But
all of the commentators, everybody in the league thinks that the Chargers are a dumpster fire. I think that they are a lot better than that, but you can't be all fucking conservative. You got to go out and play football.
Yeah, they got to get a little bit of fuck it in them. I mean,
yeah.
Just at this point, you have nothing to lose. Just go out and do it.
Yeah, I think we were running the ball really well first game, and then we just stopped running the ball and started passing. Little dumps here and there, just friggin' kicked us in the ass.
That's what I don't understand when and the Chargers, no matter who the damn head coach and coaching staff is, they do something, it works, and then they walk away from it. Like, you have to play 60 minutes of football. That's what I got from them, the Saints, and a couple other teams this week, is people aren't playing 60. I know it's week 1, but holy shit. You have enough veterans on your team that you should know to play 60 minutes of football.
Melvin Gordon touched the ball 3 times in the fourth quarter. It was ridiculous when he was sitting there dominating the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. I feel like I was talking to somebody at work about this today. I feel like Chargers coaches coach scared. I don't know if they're scared for their job.
Second half scared.
They play scared against tough defenses. That's when they get scared. And Norv Turner was notorious for that shit.
He was terrible.
Tough exotic defense. He got conservative as fuck, and I don't know why. And he would have all these exotic schemes, and then if tough dudes coming, he's like, oh, I'm a mouse.
Yeah, you know what I would like to see in the NFL? Not just the Chargers, but the Chargers especially. I would like to see some of these owners go to some of these coaches and give them a contract for next year and tell them, I don't care what happens this year. Play fucking balls out. You have a job here next year. And we'll reevaluate at the beginning of the year. It's all going to be fine. Play fucking hard. Play balls out. 60 minutes every week. Go crazy. Do crazy shit. Put your big-ass fucking nuts in a wheelbarrow. Wheel them out onto the field and do something crazy. And let's win some football games. And let's play some football games.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that coaching staffs are just traded, I mean, they're all so fucking volatile all the time. I think that these guys, I mean, these are people with jobs. So, they're playing to keep their job. You get a lead and let's not fuck this up. And that's kind of human nature, especially when you feel like your job could be, coaches don't even make it to the end of the season. So I'd like to see just, you got a job, go fucking crazy and win me some football games. Go.
Yeah, the problem with the Chargers is the coaching staff is running a business, not a football team. That's the way all the coaching staff, ownership. Spanos has always been about the business and never about winning championships. So I feel like he could have at some point in time gotten a championship team here and championship team to San Diego. And when teams are just there to put business, it's like they're like it's just my thing is there's someone either in the front office level, the coaching level, or on the damn field that needs to have that Ray Lewis, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant type of killer instinct where they're gonna sit there and get pissed off and fucking kick people in the balls and punch people in the face of practice. They're fucking up. Where they just want to step on throats and they want to fucking win. There's something culturally off in San Diego.
And I think it goes beyond San Diego. You talk about some of these other teams that are, I hesitate to put. Yeah, I was going to say the Browns, but I hesitate to put them in the same category because the Browns.
Cleveland and Detroit. Detroit was there for a minute too. It's like there's something where there's not a winning culture and there's somewhat. So it needs to come from somewhere. I don't care which level it's at, but somewhere someone needs to give a fuck to the point where they're fuming pissed every goddamn week. And you see it on the field, you see the silence, you hear about it in the locker room where they're a tough person to play with because they want to fucking win. They don't have to be fucking likable where everyone wants to play with them. They don't got to be a LeBron James type. Sorry for all the basketball references, but you know what I mean? But they need to be a person where it's like, this dude is all about the fucking ring and nothing else. And you need those type of people in your locker room with whatever sport it is. Because it's easy to, when you get a couple losses here and there, to kind of just get down on yourself and get down the dumps and to kind of not feel like a winner. There's a winning culture that needs to take place, and it's not taking place.
It can happen.
Been like that for years.
It can happen. I mean, if they can win, obviously, every first half of every game almost seems like they're winning. But they just need, you're right, they just need to find that killer instinct and stop looking at the clock and hoping that the clock ends really quick and start just sitting there and playing football, and who gives a shit about the clock?
Right, because every time you play to not win and you play to not lose, you end up losing. You have to play to win.
Prevent defense. You're going to prevent yourself from winning, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and let's be real. If you're trying to burn clock, let's put the ball in the hands of your first-round pick running back a few times. Come on.
He was dominating the Chiefs and then just stopped doing it. It irritates the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's fucking mind-boggling. I was looking back at it because I was dead asleep through most of the first games, and I kind of looked at it. I was like, 27-20, 27-20. Oh shit! All right, they're going into overtime. And then I looked at the scoring chart. I looked at the box score, and I'm like, wait a minute.
What the actual fuck? And we're not even Charger fans. I can't even imagine. Man,
that's what I said. Hold the fuck up a minute. What was the score going in? When I saw, all right, it's 12 minutes and
it was 24-3. Right
at the half. It was 27-10 with 12 minutes left in the fourth. You still had a 17-point lead. I was like, how the fuck do you get what? It feels like you just stopped playing. That's the only thing I get from that is you stopped fucking playing, and they kept playing. Of course they're going to keep playing. So I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, let's move on from the Chargers. That's enough about that. But holy shit, man. Just the three of us live in the San Diego area, so this is on our on our fucking minds.
It's,
But
it's just weird to see because I come in and then people are just like, you almost like the collective football hype just got sucked out of the whole goddamn city.
yeah, just boom, just like that. Everybody's high. Like the fans in San Diego, they love their team, but they all just feel like, oh shit, you're about to fuck me in the ass again.
Here we go again.
So everybody in the town is just covering up their buttholes and they're running home.
Well, this is the thing. You've got the stadium issue circling around. You lose a game that you had a big lead in against a rival. This was a chance to steal a road win because you were on the road in September instead of on the road in December in case like you normally are. And your star wide receiver goes out. So there's just there's like a trifecta of fuck me going on with that one game.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, all the great things. The Packers won.
Yeah, the Broncos won. Boom.
Boom.
Booyakasha.
Yeah.
Trevor Siemian. What's up, you fuckers?
Who?
Yeah, we'll see. He's
I don't
just,
know. Maybe the homer in me, but I'm a lot higher on how Trevor Trevian. There's a new name. We'll call him Trevian. On how Simeon did, because man, I was fucking stoked at how that game went.
Look, he's blessed with a defense that'll hold him up even if he does fuck up.
Well, yeah, and that's how he pulled out the W. But I'm just saying,
C.J. Anderson,
boys.
Yeah.
Oh, C.J. Anderson. Where the hell did that guy come from?
That's what I mean. I mean, if he keeps that up, Simeon's got an easy life. He's almost like he's almost got the Ben Roethlisberger rookie year thing going with it for him.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But C.J. Anderson, we paid that guy, which I was a little bit iffy on because, I mean, he's been a little bit iffy at best. And that dude blew the fuck up. I don't know where he ranked fantasy-wise in terms of running backs, but he had to be near the top.
Yeah, well, I'll go look at that right now.
Yeah, so I feel like the opposite of what tends to happen. You pay a guy and he gets lazy. He's got his paycheck, he's got his guaranteed money, so he kind of just sets cruise control. I feel like that dude got paid and he's like, all right, I'm about to fucking show you what I'm about, because that guy was running hard for 60 minutes. And
the only person that outdid C.J. Anderson was D'Angelo Williams.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of junk time, too.
Yeah, so
he got a lot of junk time. 33-year-old dude, too, man. That guy's had himself a decent running back career.
Yeah. So 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 28 yards receiving for D'Angelo. CJ had 92 rushing, 1 rushing touchdown, 47 yards receiving, and 1 receiving touchdown.
That was good, man. I mean, I was impressed with CJ Anderson. I was starting to regret avoiding him on my fantasy pickups because he was available when I took Jamal Charles, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah, how'd Jamal Charles work out for you? What was that?
You didn't make me repeat myself.
You should just drop him. He sucks. Just drop him.
Take it easy. I'm not going that crazy. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I was stoked to see CJ Anderson work like that, and hopefully that can stay consistent. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, one can only hope. So here's the thing. I'd like to sit there and go right now into a bit of how we did in our leagues and where everyone should go going forward, looking into week 2, because that's really what's going on right now. Is we gotta look forward to week 2. That was way too much week 1 talk.
Yeah. Well, we talk about what's on our mind. If you don't like it, fuck you.
There you go. All right,
we're a West Coast podcast. We're talking about West Coast shit. We'll get to the Raiders later because, I mean, fuck the Raiders.
So, in our league of record, I played Jason this week. Got my ass kicked.
Yeah, which came with little fanfare. I didn't even notice that until way deep into the week.
Yeah, so it was 114.2 to 74.8. I lost. The best guy on my team was Cam Newton with 16 points. Thanks, Denver.
Hey, you are absolutely welcome. I can send you some pictures of that dude just on the ground writhing in pain.
No, that's all right.
I guess I should thank Denver more than you should.
Yeah. Your top guy there, Jason, was Matthew Stafford with 31 points. And God, yeah, I had no one that did any real solid production because you had Matthew Stafford and you had Antonio Brown, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Those two really just did me in. Otherwise, I probably would have had a chance, but I got nothing out of fucking.
I feel like those two guys together basically beat you.
Yeah, they did. They screwed me over. Yeah.
And didn't I have Keenan Allen?
You did, but I mean,
You did.
Man.
Yeah, 7.2 points. Now we do give in our league is a slight PPR. You get a little bit of you get a little points for receptions in our league, but yeah, 7.2 points in our league of record.
I was saying more of a negative, so now I got to find someone to pick his ass up.
Yep. Yeah. So last year.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, last year we gave out burritos. I went through the whole goddamn league and gave out burritos. This year we're just doing burritos for our team. So for me, Cam, I'll get your burrito to put on all that sore spots. It'll be a nice burrito. You seem like you got us good, buddy. But yeah, no, Cam will get a burrito of some sort. Jason's got to give one to Matthew Stafford. The stale chips on my fucking team is going to Des Bryant for scoring 0.2 points. Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah,
fucking
man.
Tajay Sharp did better than you, and I had him on the goddamn bench. You know, my bench guy. All right, here's something new. Best guy you left on your bench. Best guy left on my bench.
Oh, Jesus.
Tajay Sharp of Tennessee, wide receiver. Getting you a taco. He's a rookie. He's getting a taco. That's what he's getting.
There you go.
What do you mean who? Yeah, Tajay Sharp's, I think he's the clear-cut number one in Tennessee.
Yeah,
I think he needs to be in your starting lineup moving forward.
No, he is. I mean, I got something on Odell, but not Dez. So my flex did good. Macklin did good, but goddamn, I got a little bit of everyone. My kicker, of course, sucks. Chandler Catanzaro, whatever. Fuck him.
That guy cost me a win last year. He is on my never to be drafted again list.
But yeah, other than that, I picked the best from what I had the best team possible. But man, that was frustrating. Let's see, Jason, you can't see your team, so the guy who shit the bed on for your team would be the biggest chips would be the Chiefs because they got you 0 points. Everyone else did all right, or either that or Antonio Gates with 2.6. The best person you had on your bench who could get a taco would be Corey Coleman. Get that dude a taco, 6.4 points, but I'm not sure he would have swapped him out with.
I'll take it.
Not really anyone. But yeah, that was the best. That's what you did. Aaron, how's your team go?
I got the win. Actually, this was stressful as fuck for me because going into the last game yesterday, Monday night, 49ers game, 49ers versus Rams, I actually had two players going. I had Carlos Hyde going, and I had the Rams defense going. So we've got some conflicting information going right there. I actually thought about sitting the Rams defense. In hindsight, I guess it wouldn't have played out, but it would have made my night a lot less stressful. So basically, because Carlos Hyde on one side of the ball and the Rams defense on one side of the ball, I ended up having the situation where Carlos Hyde would score a touchdown, and I'd get points on one side, and it would subtract points from the other. So I kept going back and forth between I'm winning, I'm losing, I'm winning, I'm losing. And it wasn't until Carlos Hyde scored the last touchdown of the game that I actually took the lead, took down the win. So despite the fact he wasn't necessarily the best guy on my roster, I'm going to go ahead and give him the burrito for me because he brought me home the win. 20.4 points in our league. He ended up with 2 touchdowns. He had a bunch of rushing yards. He did really well, and that was cool, and I'm pretty stoked about that. I could also give a burrito to my entire bench because my entire bench was fucking outstanding. I had Jameis Winston down there on the bench with 32 points. I had
tacos.
I had Michael Crabtree. Oh, okay, we can give him some tacos. Michael Crabtree with 11.4 and Mohamed Sanu with 17 points. Ironically, I also have Julio Jones, who I started ahead of Mohamed Sanu, who scored less than him. So, that was pretty sweet. But Jameis Winston did bomb, and I was kind of regretting my whole going into week one, not getting cute with your lineup, because I wanted to start Jameis Winston, but I kept it steady just because of what I said, and, well, it ended up working, but not as good as it could have. As far as fucking stale chips with a steaming pile of shit on them, I'm going to go ahead and give that to Miami running back Jay Ajayi and his healthy scratch. I'm not even sure this guy's going to be on the Dolphins in the next couple of weeks because he didn't even suit up. He didn't make the trip. He didn't do shit. He gave me 0-0-0 across the board. Granted, he was on my bench, but until further notice, fuck that guy. And that is my burrito and stale chips with a steaming turd on top of them.
Very good.
Who scored the most points in your league, Aaron?
On my team would have been Jameis Winston.
Oh, no. In the starting lineup, was it?
Technically, the most was Larry Fitzgerald. And that guy basically tried to put the whole team on his back and win the game by himself. Didn't quite win. I would have given him the burrito, except for the fact that Carlos Hyde won me the game with his last touchdown, and that was exciting. So I'm a little bit biased, and I give the burritos based on my own emotions, and Carlos Hyde gets it this week.
Emotional.
Emotions. All right, so a couple people that I think are worth looking at this right now. If you haven't already, just looking to move around anything on your fantasy.
In terms of like waiver wire, you mean?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Look down at Will Fuller down in Houston. I feel like you give them a couple weeks, Houston's going to be a goddamn problem. Right now, I feel like they don't have a good rapport with each other, Osweiler and the wide receivers. They need a few weeks to kind of get that timing down. That middle of the year, second half of the year, that's going to be a goddamn problem down there.
Oh, for sure.
Like Fuller just looked like he was on a fucking. He runs with fucking purpose. Like I'm gonna make impact. I'm gonna score. I'm gonna get yardage. So keep an eye out for Will Fuller. Of course, we already know about D-Hop. If you're out there in the league,
D-Hop's not on your fucking. D-Hop's not a waiver wire pickup.
No. I'll say everyone already knows about D-Hop, so he's not an option. But if you doubted Brock Osweiler and he's available as a backup in your league for what reason I don't know, I would grab him now just to stash him just in case someone else doesn't get him. I already mentioned Tajay Sharp. That was that's the guy on Tennessee. You mentioned Tyrell Williams, Jason. That's another guy to look at. Let's see who else is out here that we were talking about. I don't think.
And take a look at Theo Riddick. He's available in about 50% of leagues. Theo Riddick in Detroit.
Yeah, and it's so weird because I've been so up and down. Like, Detroit running backs have been, I would say, not consistent enough to, like, garner attention. Like, you want to take a chance on them one week, and then the next week, they're not really there for you. So they're such a crapshoot, but maybe they've got something going. I can't tell. That game yesterday was Sunday was so hard to gauge because I can't tell if Indy's D is just fucking crap or did Detroit kind of get it together again on offense. I don't know.
That's the problem with week one in general because you want to tend to make rash decisions and a lot of it's hard to say, especially with the parity in the league. And with all of the free agent situation and teams or players going from one team to another, it's really hard to tell after 1 week, what's a fluke and what's good. Because in any given week, you're going to have fluky players. You're going to have weird shit go on. Over the course of the season, we'll start to see some consistency develop. But don't be too rash. Don't, necessarily go benching and dumping your dudes because they had a bad game. Don't go getting crazy picking up, I can't even think of his name right now. The Denver fullback from the, he had like basically one touch for a touchdown, so he's going to show up as a solid performer. Don't go getting too crazy after week one. You're looking for consistency. Yeah. You drafted you guys in the position you did for a certain reason. But that being said, there are some guys that are going to start to emerge. So if, somebody got wide receiver got 7 looks. He may be worth taking a look at because obviously the quarterback favors him and he's going to get some looks going forward. If you have a running back that had 2 touches and one of them was for an 80-yard touchdown, that's a little bit flukier.
Right. Well, it's like, what do you do about it? Well, we were talking about them earlier. Like, what do you do about in Oakland? Jalen Richard had a fucking game against the Saints. It's like, we don't know if we'll do it again. DeAndre, oh god damn it, what is this? What? Shut up. Then you're looking at stuff.
I'm sorry for yelling at you.
I'm like, god damn it, computer. All right, checking some things out on the web, and that picked up. But yeah, so I'm looking at what he did. I mean, he was outrunning, dude. I mean, his performance yesterday was amazing. But what does that translate to?
It's hard to say. On any given week, the game plan could favor one guy or another, and that's what I'm saying. If you've obviously got a roster spot to spare, you got a guy that got hurt. Some of these guys may be worth an early flyer, but I would hesitate. If it's the third string running back and he happened to break a touchdown, or he happened to get the touchdown, he's got 9 points. Tread lightly with those kind of guys.
Right, because like that guy I was just talking about, Jalen Richard had 84 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, and 11 yards receiving. And it's like, I don't know how consistent that's going to be for him. Like, is that going to get him more looks? Is everyone going to jump on his bandwagon now? Or like, I don't know how that.
Yeah, and it's like, the Denver fullback that I was talking about, Andy Janovich. I looked his name up. He had 1 rush for 28 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that's cool. He got 8 points, and that might be better than some of your running backs. But I would tread real lightly putting fullback Andy Janovich on your roster based on that one performance.
Right.
Nobody saw that coming. Everybody looked around at each other on the defense like, who the fuck was that guy? And I wouldn't expect that kind of performance or, maybe to ever happen again, much less on a consistent basis. So just be careful. Jalen Richard, who knows? Some of these guys start to emerge, and if you can spare the roster spot, I would say go for it. He got a few touches. I think he had 3 or 4. He had 3 attempts. One of them happened to be for a touchdown, and one of them, he had a lot of yards. So
that was the thing. It's like and that's where he's the biggest of all the whole weekend. Where I'm looking, I'm like, man, do I jump on that dude in my other league because he had explosiveness, and I don't know. It almost reminds me of how Devontae Freeman was last year, where it was just like those first 6 games he was just on fire, and I don't know if this guy's going to emerge that same way, but it feels like it. The other guy in there in the Raiders backfield that people were looking at was DeAndre Washington, and he really didn't get touches at all. And I don't know if he just got put down a third string or not, but the other guy showed out. And normally teams like to ride the hot hand, and it'd be interesting to see what happens. I mean, Latavius Murray's still the guy there, but Jalen just totally outdid him.
Yeah, and who I think we should take a look at and maybe discuss a little bit is the Colts tight end Jack Doyle. Because he got 3 looks, but he had 2 touchdowns. So is that a new red zone favorite for Mr. Luck? Especially with as volatile as the tight end position is, I think that guy is worth a look and worth a stash, if anything, on the waiver wire, just simply because he was getting the red zone looks. Not only was he getting the looks, but he brought him down for 2 touchdowns. So he's basically owned, I'm looking at the ESPN league here. Where's the percent ownership? Owned in 0.1% of leagues and currently ranked number 1 tight end in the league.
So nobody.
Yeah, but I mean, apparently Andrew Luck likes him because he went at him twice in the red zone and he brought in 2 touchdowns. So that's a guy. If anything, if you got a roster spot and you can spare, I'd say go ahead and stash that dude and wait and see how that develops. Because at tight end, who the fuck knows what's going to happen? And if you got a guy that's getting consistent red zone looks and bringing him in for touchdowns, that guy needs to be on your team.
Yeah, he is. I would say, we all know that the security blanket for every quarterback is the tight end. So, yeah, if he's getting looks, if you see this again next week, it'll probably be a pattern. Like I said, right now it's so hard to tell because it was week 1, and you do whatever you can to win. But that just means keep an eye out these first few weeks, and someone may emerge, and he might be one of them. I also kind of makes you wonder if Brandon Cooks how big is it going to be? Because the Saints are another one of those teams that they spread the ball around a lot. And I don't know if he's going to be like a consistent guy like that. Like, I know people should have picked him up. But in case, I don't know if what he did Sunday is going to continue.
Brandon Cooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be the number one for the rest of the year. He's a good number one.
Gosh,
yeah, and he's not going to be available in pretty much any leagues either.
No,
he's basically owned everywhere. So if you got a complete idiot in your league that you could get him to trade away, go for it. But good luck, because he just put in a hell of a performance.
If you have an empty spot in your roster, you need to look at people like C.J. Spiller, who just got released today, or James Jones that aren't with the team but could join a team here in the next couple weeks. And, you never know. That person, James Jones last year had 900 yards and 8 touchdowns. So he can emerge with the right team and be a pretty good stash for you.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, guys, I got to get a refill. I will be right back. Go Broncos.
BRB.
Go Broncos, yeah. Whatever, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and it's so funny because I got this, one of my coworkers. He's the guy that's in that 16-team touchdown-only league.
Ooh.
Right? And he picked up DeAndre Washington. He's like, oh, it looks like I chose wrong. I'm like, oh, yeah. And then he's like, oh, should I pick? And he's asking me, should he pick up Sammy Coates? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. Like,
yeah.
And I don't even know for how long. Like, that's such a risk when you're not. When you don't have production, it's so much harder to sit there and predict who to grab and who not to grab, because you need some sort of production to kind of get the looks to get touchdowns. Generally, occasionally maybe running back and tight ends, they might have like a goal line person, but for wide receivers, if they're not consistently throwing to you, you're not necessarily going to come down with TDs. Like, you got to look at number ones, and I should tell him his recommendation should be to see if Tajay Sharp is available, because no one else is. That's good. That's going to be the number one guy in Tennessee. I'm sure Mariota will air it out at some point in time to somebody.
Yeah. I think it's tough week 1. Unless, like me, I have Keenan Allen who's out for the year. I need to find a replacement, so I'm going to search the waiver wire. But you really don't want to be dropping players just because they did bad one week. Week 1's a really tough week to pick up free agents.
It's like you don't know. It's like Listen, half the teams suck right now.
Yep.
Half the teams suck. Half the teams are fucking great or undefeated. So I don't think it's not. And no year is the same as the year before. So my general rule is give it about 3 to 4 weeks. Check out the pattern. I said it last year. I'm saying it again this year. I'll say it next year. Check out the pattern that first quarter. Check out the pattern for September, and then start making adjustments. By week 4, you start understanding things a little bit better.
Yeah, in Indy, that Doyle tight end guy, it might have just been a matchup. The next 10 weeks, he might not get 1 touchdown. So you don't want to be like, oh, he scored 2 touchdowns. Let's get him. It's not going to work for you. I like the 3-week rule. If they're consistent for 2-3 weeks in a row, then that's worth a pickup,
Yeah. I agrees.
Nick!
Woo-hoo. All right. So we've done that. We talked a little bit of week 1. We went over some week 2 stuff. Don't forget. Go Packers. All right. So
no.
We're doing that.
Go Broncos.
No, well, it should be interesting this week. We are going at Vikings on Sunday night. That will be interesting. And we'll
That'll be
see
good.
how these teams play out because, they beat up on Tennessee because, they beat up on Tennessee, but then you're like, is it just because Tennessee's Tennessee or what? See what everyone really has.
Yeah, that's the hard thing going into the beginning of the season is it's really hard to know, where the good teams are because there's a lot of ebb and flow to the way that works. Some teams are always up there on the top. The Patriots are going to be in the playoffs. You can basically ride them all the way to the AFC game. Steelers are good, but teams like the Bengals, who the fuck knows? Teams like the Seahawks at this point, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, what the hell? Wait. Yeah, let's talk about this deal real quick. What the hell happened up there? Miami took it to you?
Yeah.
Damn near.
Like,
In Seattle. Like,
right,
Miami
that's what I'm saying.
So it's hard to say. Was it a fluke? Did they overlook it? Who knows? We'll start to see as it develops, but I got my eye on them because that was not expected.
Yeah, and I had the Seahawks D, and I'm like, what are you doing, guys?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't give up that many points, but still, it's like, you guys should be dominating this a little bit better.
Well, yeah, I mean, they kind of did, but so did the other. I'm way more worried about the Seahawks offense. They don't got Marshawn Lynch no more. I mean, Russell Wilson is still doing well, but,
Thomas Rawls did not perform like I wanted. Or does that say that Miami's D is a D worth looking at, and maybe Miami's D is much improved?
Exactly. I mean, it's hard to say. They got some big-name talent on that side of the ball, too. Ndamukong Suh is not somebody to be overlooked. They've got decent players, so it's really hard to say. Just don't get rash, but keep an eye on some of these developing stories over the first couple weeks because that'll start to give you a real picture.
So what's going on with Minnesota? Who's going to be their quarterback this week?
I haven't heard things, so I'm assuming.
I think it might be Tarnell.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, it might be me.
When is Bradford going to get out there?
When Sean Hill sucks?
Does it really make a difference? Sean Hill, Bradford. I mean,
no, Bradford's not a bad quarterback.
He's not a good quarterback.
He's better than Sean Hill.
I mean, show me something on paper that shows that. Because I mean, he may get paid. He may get paid more. He may have got picked higher, but I haven't seen anything over the course of their tenure in the NFL that tells me that Bradford is any different. Shit, who was the I don't remember who said it. Was it the Titans going in? I don't know. One of the coaches were like, we're going to prepare for either quarterback the same because who cares? They're basically the same guy.
then it would have to be the Titans because that's.
It must have been. I can't remember if it was the Titans or if it was something coming out of Green Bay going in there. But some defensive coordinator was like, "Same dude. Who cares?"
Basically, I feel that way.
Who do the Broncos play this week?
Colts.
Broncos are at home against the Colts.
Yep, Andrew Luck coming to town
again.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how he does against your defense.
Hopefully more of the same. I mean, I like the guy, but I'm looking forward to seeing him face down in the dirt.
What were his stats last week? Pretty good?
Luck did well.
Yeah, Luck was the best QB. Luck was the best QB. He had like, let me look at it. It was something ridiculous. He had like 42. Jesus Christ, Aaron.
Sorry, I'm allergic to terrible teams.
385 yards, 4 touchdowns, 21 yards rushing, and a 2-point conversion.
No picks?
No picks.
That's my boy. I told you he'd be a top 5. He'd be a top 5 player this year.
Yeah, Andrew Luck's going to put up fantasy points, but we'll see how it comes in terms of wins.
Yeah.
He'll bounce back from last year.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can walk away from the Denver game.
Yeah.
What was the big issue with Denver and Cam Newton? Were they saying they were hitting him too much or over the above the neck?
Listen. You know what? We didn't go to that game. Oh, man. Your guys were a little dirty.
A little bit.
I didn't watch it.
You should have watched it. It was a good game. I don't know, man. It's a little weird with Cam Newton. I tend to agree. I want my team to play hard, but I want them to play clean. And I know that Kayvon Webster hit at the end. It's hard to accidentally hit a guy that's like 6'10" in the head on accident. You know what I mean? Basically, you got to jump to get up there. But at the same time, this dude doubles as a power running back. So he'll put the ball down, and he'll put his head down, and he'll come at you. So I can kind of get just going after him like a runner. But at the same time, you can't be stabbing dudes in the head, ever.
Yeah.
But especially the quarterback. You got to go in low. You got to hit him in the numbers.
Yeah, and the thing is, the problem is Cam gets that treatment that seems like LeBron and Shaq, where he's the oversized guy. He's not the typical QB. So him and Ben Roethlisberger get that, they can take it kind of shit. And people get away with doing bullshit to them and getting them hurt.
A little bit, but he'll also, go sweeping out of the pocket and decide he wants to pass it and then get hit in the head. So there's a little bit of gray area, I think, there, in my opinion anyway, perhaps as far as the rules go. But you got to be clean. You got to hit him in the numbers, go low, not low, but,
Yeah, there was some kneecapping there going on a little bit too. Y'all were not trying to play around.
They play hard, and I'm not mad at that. Rules. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that reduced going into future games. I'll say that, but I mean,
they're the Broncos of old. Back in the Bill Romanowski days, I was
going to say, how old are you going?
Well, I'm talking the '80s days when they were ruthless.
Oh,
and not in a good way,
like
ruthless in a dirty way.
It's the Romanowski and Atwater days.
Yeah,
kind of Raider-esque. That's not really good,
right?
I don't think so, but I mean, time will tell. But
that's you being biased. When the rest of America
said, all right, Homer.
They got one flag. I'll say that.
Yeah,
but it was very iffy. The dude probably should have came out because he looked pretty punch drunk there for a minute. But I will say I would much rather see them hit low, but I'd rather see them hit than not. So if you're gonna mow a dude over and take the penalty, do it. But I'd much rather see us, hit him a little lower, hit him at the waist, take him down, and let's move on to the next play.
Yeah, I just I was like looking. I was like, man, that's cool, but Jesus Christ, really? It's fucking week one. You're not trying to get in the playoffs yet. Well, I mean, you are because it's week one, but still,
every win matters, especially with Denver. Because shit, you may not remember, we damn near missed the playoffs last year. We were one win away from missing the playoffs entirely. So
yeah, that's true.
You got to get them where you can get them. So
get it week one.
Yeah, do what you got to do, but maybe take it easy a little bit. Go a little lower. Stop stabbing dudes in the head.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for Sunday. I'm actually going to the game, so it'll be fun.
Oh, speaking of Sunday, let's get into some pick'ems.
Oh, I was looking forward to this part. Pick'ems is going to be a fun segment this week.
I have to go. I have to go cook some dinner.
Okay. Yeah, jackass, go on. Yeah. All right, so week one results.
Let's start with Toad.
All right, week one. Jason, you were wrong. You were wrong about the Panthers winning, the Falcons winning, the Jets winning, Saints, Chargers winning, right about the Packers winning, wrong about the Cowboys and Redskins winning. You went 1-7, my friend, 1-7.
They were all gonna win. Last second point.
They were all gonna win until they didn't.
Yeah, I bet you at least 6 of those teams were winning late in the fourth quarter and then fucking lost at the end. Including my Chargers.
Chargers were one of those. Saints were, Jets, Jesus, those were all the close games. Outside the Redskins got fucking manhandled, but everything else was close.
Yeah, I think we saw that coming. Wait, you picked the Redskins? You are fucking stupid.
That was because you picked the other team, dum-dum.
Oh, yeah, dum-dum. We'll get to that.
All right, so I went 5-3. I'm Broncos, I was right. Bucks right. Jets wrong. Saints wrong. Chargers wrong. Packers, Giants, and Steelers, I was right. 5-3 on the year, 5-3 for the week. So that's where we are right now. Aaron, so far is our current leader. He was right about everything. Broncos, Bucks, Bengals, Raiders, Chiefs, Packers, Giants, and Steelers. He went 8-0 on the week. He's 8-0 on the year.
You bastard.
8-0. What up? Got them all.
Pretty lucky.
I don't care if they won at the end. They won, and I will take it. I'm pretty sure I am the reigning champion in pick'ems. We should probably tabulate that data, but it's pretty nice for me. Denver got the win.
Okay.
Fantasy team got the win. Pick'ems. We're doing
Just
well.
week 1.
Yeah, really. It's just week 1. Easy there, buddy.
Hey, I'm just saying. First place across the board.
Oh, my God. Yeah, for 1 week.
Yeah, we'll do it again this week.
Are you sure about that?
No, not even remotely. I've never gotten any pick'ems ever, so that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Of course, coming into tonight, I totally thought I had picked the Cowboys. I thought I was 7-1, and apparently I didn't.
No, yeah, you did not. All right, so let's start figuring some shit out for this week. Regular season schedule. Oh man, Jets at Bills. Eek. No. 49ers at Panthers. I don't know.
All right, next week you've got to let me just pick the 8 games because we can't be sitting here with you going, let's look through them.
Sure we can. Do whatever you want.
No, yeah, but it's terrible.
Cowboys at Redskins.
Both of our listeners are like, this part's boring when they try to decide.
Cowboys at Redskins.
Oh, boy. Go ahead and go first, Jason. I'll just pick whatever you don't.
Cowboys at Redskins?
Yes.
Redskins.
Perfect. I was going to lean towards the Cowboys anyway. Cowboys. Yo, pause right there. How about Josh Norman?
That guy sucks.
Yes, he does.
Product of the system.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think he had a good season. He cashed in real good, and I think they're starting to realize, they've got mediocre talent there. And he cried.
Remorse. Bengals at Steelers.
This one's going to be a hell of a lot closer.
I'm picking the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers as well.
What is it? Bengals at Steelers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bengals at Steelers. Yeah, I'll go with the Bengals.
Weird. No Le'Veon Bell, so that bodes well. But fuck, how the hell's D'Angelo Williams running like a goddamn man possessed at 33 years old?
How is
he
he
did
not?
it last year too. Crazy.
Is it just from running, basically half load his entire career? Because he used to shit with Jonathan Stewart.
Carolina.
Yeah.
No, he's always been a guy that, was either kind of the backup or splitting carries, and, he's well past his prime.
Yeah. Chiefs at Texans.
Fuck the Chiefs.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I'm going for the Texans. And that's going to be not a close game.
I'm still thinking about it. You got any thoughts, Darnell?
Yeah, fuck the Chiefs.
They shouldn't have come back last week. See, I don't know because it's weird because I don't think the Chiefs are super great, but at the same time, I don't know how on point Texans are going to be. Like, they still need that rapport with the wide receivers. But, like, I think defense for defense, I think Texans should be able to handle them.
Here's what I think this comes down to. Do you have any faith in Alex Smith?
Yeah, he's a great game manager.
As of right now, he's like the number 2 fantasy quarterback in the league. Something like that.
He's not the number 2, but
it's something like that. Let me go and look it up. It's pretty damn.
No, I'm
close
saying
to
he's
that.
not. He shouldn't be a number 2.
He's.
Well, I'm saying
like
right now
4.
he is.
He's number 4 right now. You've got Luck, Brees, and like Winston ahead of him, and Stafford ahead of him. He's like number 5. But that's right.
Okay, yeah. I got number 5 in our league, yeah. So basically tied for first with Brees and Luck and Winston behind.
So, I mean,
I don't know, man.
It's like how much.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! It's not life or death. Just fucking pick a team.
Right. I'm picking Texans. I don't think he'll get it done there. He shouldn't have got it done at home. I feel like Texans are going to play a bit harder, so I'm going with Texans.
I really wish I could pick against him, but I've been leaning towards the Texans too. Yeah, fuck it. Put down Texans.
Oh, you fucking pussy. All right. Let's go. Next one. Jags at no, actually, before I do that one.
That was an easy one. Come on.
Titans at Lions.
I like the Titans in this one. I think the Titans are poised to start doing some breakout shit. I like Mariota. Their running game looks like it's coming around. The passing game is coming around.
I'm going with the Titans. The Lions aren't that good of a team. They just had a lucky week.
I'm going with Lions.
They happen to play an exceptionally horrific defense.
They're at home, so I'm taking the Lions.
All right, Turnell's just recording losses. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think the home team won most games last week.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but at least like half the games were 1 point, so.
Yeah.
You know,
Jaguars at Chargers.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Interesting that you want me to go first. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chargers in this one. I think that they can come back. I think that they can figure out they can use Melvin Gordon for full or entire quarters, and I think they're going to figure it out. I like San Diego to win their home opener.
Darnell?
Jags.
I hate you. I think my boys have a good shot of being 5-3 or 6-2 by the 8-game mark if we get our head out of our ass.
Yeah, if.
All right.
That's a big if, but yeah. For those of you at home listening to the audio-only podcast, we're just flexing our jerseys to the screen.
So wait, you picked it because I'm typing shit in here.
Stop typing shit in.
I have to set this up, you bastards. So you're picking the Chargers, right?
You could delegate some shit here, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, your face.
Your face.
All right, so Jason's picking the Chargers. I'm the one picking the Jaguars. All right, so Bucks at Cardinals.
Oh, now this is interesting.
Cardinals.
All right, Jason says Cardinals.
All
They're gonna play a lot better than they did last week. That's exactly the week 1 deal. They're not that type of team. They're gonna be much better.
I'm also gonna say Cardinals.
Oh, it's in Arizona?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna take I'm gonna go rogue on this one. I'm gonna take the Buccaneers to squeak some shit out.
Oh shit! Here we go. All right. Well, good luck to you, Aaron. All right.
This happens when you start drinking before the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't smoke weed before the podcast.
I didn't do any of that stuff. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right. So here we go. Last 2 games. I will just go ahead and take my team. Packers at Vikings. I'm taking the Packers, of course.
Yeah, that one's hard to not pick the Packers. I'd take the Packers in that one.
Packers and Vikings?
Packers at Vikings.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers. The Vikings suck.
That's a little bit strong, but yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Yo, what about fucking Adrian Peterson?
Yeah.
Did we even talk about him? I mean, I think he went 3rd overall in our draft, and that guy just fucking shit the bed.
Yeah.
Like, greasy, runny shit all over the sheets and everything. It was disgusting.
That was pretty gross there, Aaron. All right. So,
so we're just going to move right on? We're not going to talk about the fact that guy shit the bed?
That he shit the bed? Sometimes he did. Sometimes last year, because remember, wasn't many people last year that actually went ahead and actually performed like they were supposed to. And occasionally he got it together, but he wasn't always on point last year either.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Plus, he's 30, so there's something to be said for that.
30 and injuries, yeah, he's. You can't expect him to care. This is why Teddy Two Gloves is such a blow to them, because he was supposed to be that little relief for all day, so they can get a bit of an air game going. But without that, who knows? They're all defense. So
yeah, I guess we'll see. But their defense is still pretty legit, and this will be a real good test for the Vikings defense.
Yes,
if the Vikings can even hang in there with the Packers, I think that says a lot.
A lot of bullshit. Anyways.
What a motherfucker. And Eddie Lacy was looking pretty solid again, too.
Yeah.
We knew he'd get back. He'd get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go with the last game of the week, the Monday night game. So we all have to pay attention. Eagles at Bears.
Holy shit.
Yeah. This one ain't easy.
Eagles at Bears.
I'm going to pick the Broncos in this one. just because, goddamn. I don't know, man. The Bears are the Broncos' like fourth and fifth string guys, so it's hard to really pick them, but it's hard to really know what the Eagles are really all about this year. I mean, just based on momentum, I'm going to go ahead and take the Eagles.
I'm taking the Eagles also.
I'm taking the Eagles. I hate the Bears.
I do too. I put the game in, but fuck them. All right, so we're in.
Yeah, that one really should have been the Colts Broncos, asshole.
Who was gonna pick? Jesus Christ, really?
I'm actually thinking about picking the Colts, so you can do it.
What? So you want to do Colts Broncos instead of Eagles Bears?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll at least provide some parity. I mean, I'm obviously picking the Broncos in this one.
Oh God.
Sorry.
I am also picking Broncos.
And I will pick the Colts.
All right, so at least we get a little bit of intrigue out of this one, and Jason can just dip further into obscurity.
Well, the Broncos' offense isn't that good, and I think Andrew Luck can give your defense a run for the money, so we'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see.
You're lucky it's at home. That's the only way I'm kind of arguing it, but I'll go with it. We'll go with it.
All right. Well, that's it. It's in the book, so we'll see what happens from this point. That's so good. I'm kind of happy with this. This looks like a good week.
Yeah, last week was a good week. The good news is I could basically miss all of these, and still Jason will be behind me.
Right, because he's losing a few of these.
You think so, huh?
Oh, especially that Jaguars-Chargers one. You're going to be disappointed come Sunday.
We win when I'm there. Don't worry.
I don't know.
All right. I don't.
Weren't you at the game with me when we came back from like 30 points down on a Monday night? Some shit like that.
That was like 10 years ago. We're not talking about the totally different team.
I'm just saying, you were there and I was there, and you were a little grouchy.
What's up with me and you going to these miracle comeback victories? Your Padre game that we left, this Bronco game, crazy.
Yeah, shit happens. What are you going to do?
Dude.
I bring the miracles, so maybe I should go to the San Diego-Denver game this year.
Oh,
there you go.
All right. Well, that does it, I think, for this week for Fantasy Football Fiesta. Hope you enjoyed the show. Much love to all of you. Fiesta, get your lineup set. Get ready to drink. You have some burritos and tacos and nachos and shit on come Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. That'll be it. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Later, motherfuckers. Woo!